Elon Musk has brought Alex Jones back from the social media grave. Many are horrified and think Jones is too dangerous to be on social media. But is banning him the solution? Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. Well, it's official. Alex Jones is back, baby. America's favorite conspiracy theorist is once again the talk of the town now that Elon Musk has reactivated Jones' Twitter, now X account, after a 5-year ban. Since 5 years is ancient history by internet standards, here's a quick recap. Jones and his InfoWars channel were both permanently suspended from Twitter in 2018 for allegedly violating Twitter's abusive behavior policy. Which is wild considering how it's hard to find any interaction on Twitter/X that isn't abusive behavior. You can post a chocolate chip cookie recipe and some troll will reply, "Did you learn this from your fat mama? 'Cause she's fat." At the time of the suspension, Jones faced several defamation lawsuits for saying the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting was a staged hoax designed to bring about stricter gun laws. But that wasn't what got Jones and his InfoWars channel suspended. What got him banned was several videos of Jones ranting at public figures who were in Washington, D.C. for a congressional hearing on online election interference and anti-conservative bias on social media. In one of these videos, Jones ranted at CNN journalist Oliver Darcy for 10 minutes. That's crazy. He ranted for only 10 minutes? That's not even a warm-up for Jones. He probably starts each day with a half-hour screaming soliloquy about how Captain Crunch isn't even a real captain, so where'd he get that ship? And what's he transporting? I bet it's kids. The cereal's a trap. Jones's rant against Darcy is generally considered to be the main reason for his suspension. For some reason, no one seems to blame the video of Jones yelling at Jack Dorsey. The Darcy rant is full of insults, but really it's pretty tame, especially by his standards.
Look at you, you are literally an anti-American, anti-free speech coward. You are a virus to America and freedom. You are authoritarianism. Just look in those eyes. The hunger to silence America, the hunger to extinguish the First Amendment, the hunger to deceive, but he can't do it because the fire of liberty is not going to be knocked out. Yes, you are a congenital liar. And CNN is a giant fraud and hated the world over. You're not the media. You are fake news. You are the criminal news network.
Apparently, this was the final straw for Twitter. Twitter argued that it took action based on new reports of tweets and videos posted around that time in addition to Jones's past violations. It linked to a page detailing its policy on abusive behavior, which said you may not engage in the targeted harassment of someone or incite other people to do so. We consider abusive behavior an attempt to harass, intimidate, or silence someone else's voice. Which again, harassing someone trying to silence their voice is like 90% of the entire Twitter/X experience. Regardless of whether you like Jones or not, Jones's ban raised a lot of free speech concerns, which a lot of people mentioned to Musk after he acquired Twitter. But Musk, well, he's not always the most consistent of people. I'll tell you more after the break. Welcome back. Hopefully, the last time we covered Alex Jones, we got age restricted. Please support America Uncovered on Patreon. You'll also be able to see videos even if YouTube decides to delete them. That's patreon.com/America Uncovered. So given that Musk calls himself a free speech absolutist, some wondered last year when he acquired Twitter if he would unban Jones. But Musk said no. In another tweet, he said that he had no mercy for anyone who would use the deaths of children for gain, politics, or fame. It probably also didn't help that InfoWars had put out negative press on Musk, saying things like how Musk is not the free speech superhero he should be, which Musk kind of proved when he refused to unban Jones. I guess he's not so much a free speech absolutist as a free speech absolutely anyone who doesn't say anything I disagree with and isn't mean to me ist. But then former Fox News host Tucker Carlson decided to interview Jones. And Jones started trending on X once again. This apparently caught Musk's attention, especially after multiple commentators asked him if he would reinstate Jones. Ultimately, Musk did his own poll and found overwhelming support in favor of reinstating Jones. To which he said, "The people have spoken, and so it shall be." Yeah, speaking like a ghostwriter for the Old Testament isn't going to help the claims that Musk has a God complex. Now, not only is Jones' account back, but so is his InfoWars account. which celebrated with a retweet of Jones powering up like a Super Saiyan. Wow, so now Jones is going to take down globalists and Frieza, who I guess is technically a globalist since he conquers and destroys entire globes. But Musk went one step further. He not only reinstated Jones and his channel, but also invited Jones to an X Space conversation earlier this week in a panel along with Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, Andrew Tate, and others. Wow, that many controversial figures in one discussion. I'm surprised the universe didn't implode. So now, Jones is back on X, and the mainstream media is absolutely raging. I'll tell you more after the break. Welcome back. No, not really. Chances are they'll demonetize and age restrict this episode, like the past times we brought up Alex Jones. Seems like YouTube can't handle all that male vitality. YouTube isn't the only one. Jones's reinstatement on X is making people absolutely livid, almost as livid as Jones himself. In many people's view, Jones is too much of a threat to democracy to have any sort of platform, especially when it comes to his comments on elections, COVID, and other controversial topics. The New York Times warns that reactivating Jones's account could further alienate advertisers from X. Further alienate them than this?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
Some news outlets are now shaming Musk for allegedly encouraging users to follow Jones after reinstating his account. According to CNN, conspiratorial posts from Jones's account appeared Monday in the For You feed of some users who do not follow him on X. His account was promoted in some users' who to follow recommendations, and his name was promoted in X's top trending topics section. Yeah, because everyone's talking about him. If you don't want him to trend, maybe don't focus all your attention on him. I would also like to point out that we just had 3 presidents from the most prestigious universities in America argue that calling for Jewish genocide is free speech. But Alex Jones is a threat to democracy and must be banned. Musk also raised eyebrows by asking Jones on to his X Space conversation. Forbes accused Musk of celebrating Alex Jones's X return in chat. Many don't like the idea that social media platforms like X are allowing conspiracy theorists to have a say in the public. Some go so far as to say that there's an alliance between Jones and Musk. But that's not quite accurate. Although Musk allowed Jones to be on X and invited him to an X Space conversation, it's not as though Musk is going completely fanboy for Jones. In a separate X post, Musk said, "I vehemently disagree with what he said about Sandy Hook, but are we a platform that believes in freedom of speech or are we not? That is what it comes down to in the end. If the people vote him back on, this will be bad for X financially, but principles matter more than money." I really wish he had that opinion about China. Musk also said more than once that the X community notes feature would allow responses to anything Jones posts that needs correction. Advertisers were also given a note that Jones and his InfoWars accounts will not be monetized by ads. But that hasn't stopped the rage machine from raging. Some say Musk was wrong for unbanning Jones and accuse him of rewarding Jones's bad behavior. CNN warned about how Musk's promotion of Jones is just the latest example of how the social media platform formerly known as Twitter and its billionaire owner are increasingly elevating fringe, extreme, and potentially harmful viewpoints. Because if anyone would know anything about promoting inaccurate, biased viewpoints, it's CNN. The Verge likewise paints Musk in a negative light, claiming that he's courting far-right influencers under the banner of allowing free speech and open conversations. Media outlets just absolutely love inserting fringe and far-right whenever they get the chance. But should Jones have been banned in the first place? Certainly he's a wildly controversial figure, but is deplatforming him really the solution? Jones's suspension seems like one of many cases of Twitter being very inconsistent. That same year, Democratic Representative Maxine Waters encouraged supporters to harass Trump administration officials, and yet she wasn't banned on Twitter. Why did she get a pass but not Jones? The same question could be asked about the Iranian Ayatollah, who posted tweets back in 2020 that encouraged people to eliminate Israel. So they were cool with what was essentially a call for genocide to a large portion of the Jewish population? Did he go to UPenn by chance? Apparently, according to Twitter's then head of policy for the Nordic countries and Israel, that was just foreign policy saber-rattling. It wasn't in violation of the Twitter rules. I get that he's a head of state and that Twitter, as a principle, allowed heads of state to stay on their platform even if they said things that violated their policies. Except Donald Trump, of course. But it's very questionable how inconsistent people are with calls for outright bans. That seems to be even more relevant today. We're seeing rampant hate spread even more these days, and yet there appears to be a lot more demand to deplatform conspiracy theorists rather than, say, those who support Hamas and endorse genocide against Jews. And ironically, Jewish people are often the target of conspiracy theorists. I guess if they just finish their theories with, and we should eliminate them, then they'll be safe from deplatforming. Happy Hanukkah, by the way. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Jones was onto something talking to Tucker Carlson right before Musk reinstated him.
The mullahs in Iran and the Ayatollah are congratulating Hamas that just killed around 1,000 or more innocent Israelis, many of them women, children, disabled people. The Ayatollah is able to congratulate what these people have done, and I am still banned.
If people are going to complain about disinformation and harassment, then shouldn't it be consistently applied everywhere? If that were the case, then mainstream media outlets would be targeted as well. After all, they've encouraged harassment based on false information, like what they did with false reporting on Nick Sandmann, and with reporting on Gaza using Hamas talking points. I'm not saying all this as a fan of Jones. The only thing I love about Jones is the amount of memes his very existence generates. But if you want to stop the lizard people and globalists from taking away our freedoms, then check out the latest episode of my new show, Deep Thoughts While Gaming, about the game Big Ambitions. Let me know what you think. And you can take comfort in knowing that supporting America Uncovered on Patreon won't be supporting the globalists who want to make the frickin' frogs gay. Click the orange button to contribute. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching America Uncovered.